Okay, here's the back of problem set 20. Camden uses a total of 372 liters of gas in 2 months. So we know right now that we have a total, and that's 372, and that is being used in 2 months. He uses 184 liters of gas in the first month. How many liters of gas does he use in the second month? So already let's think about what we know, okay? We know we have a total. Our total is 372 liters. So that's our total, or our whole. So to do it in a shape diagram, it would look like that, okay? Now we know that the gas is used over 2 months' time. So here's the first month, and here's the second month, okay? During the first month, he uses 184 liters. But we don't know, and you can even write that, first month. But we don't know how much was done in the second month. That's what our unknown is, and that's what we have to find. So when you have a total, when you have a whole, when you know a part, you're going to be looking for the other part. So you take the total, you minus the part, you'll find that unknown part. So the question says, estimate the amount of gas Camden uses in the second month by rounding each number as you think best. Okay, so this is up to you. Are you going to round up to the nearest 10? Are you going to round up to the nearest 100? You might have to try a couple of things that you think will be best. The question says that you think will be best. So don't worry about it. Just make a decision that you feel okay about. And if you don't know, then try a couple and then see which one works best and see if you can figure out why. So we're going to find the difference, but we're going to do that by rounding the minuend and the subtrahend first. So I have 372 and 184, and I'm going to estimate the difference by rounding. Well, I think, because I see these numbers right here, they look to me like they're pretty close to the nearest 10. So I'm going to try that first. So I'm going to round to the nearest 10, 370 minus 180. Those numbers are pretty close to the exact numbers. Okay, so let's subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. I can't take 8 away from 7, so I have to go to the hundreds place. I'm going to cross out that 3. I'm going to put a 2 here. This represents 200. I'm going to cross out the 7. I'm going to add 10 to it. So now I have 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, so I have 190 liters as my difference, what was used in the second month. Let's look at B. How many liters of gas does Camden actually use in the second month? Model the problem with a tape diagram. Well, guess what? I already did. So let's find the actual answer, the exact answer. So can I take 4 away from 2? No, I can't. So I'm going to go to the tens column. I'm going to take a 10 away from 7. So this becomes 6. This becomes 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. Can I take, now we're going to the tens column. Can I take 8 away from 6? No, I can't. So I'm going to go to the hundreds column. I'm going to borrow 10 tens. So this becomes a 2 representing 200. I'm going to add my 10 tens to my 6 tens. So 10 tens plus 6 tens is 16 tens. 16 minus 8 is 8, or 16 tens minus 8 tens is 8 tens. 200 minus 100 is 188. So the exact answer is 188 liters. The estimated answer is 190. Is this answer reasonable? Yeah, look how close that is to 190. Look at the next one. The weight of a pear, apple, and peach are shown to the right. The pear and apple together weigh 372 grams. How much does the how much does the peach weigh? So let's take a look over here. Another one where we have a whole and we have parts. So this tells me that we need to subtract, right? So out of our whole, we have 500 grams. All 3 of them That's what they equal. Now we know that, what does it say? The pear and the apple, pear and apple, together they weigh 372 grams. So our unknown is the other part. When you know the whole, when you know a part, you can find the other part. You just have to subtract the part from the whole. So our subtraction sentence would be 500 minus 372. However, they're not asking us to do that because take a look at A. Estimate the weight of the peach by rounding each number as you think best. Explain your choice. So there are two parts of this, right? Estimate the weight of the peach by rounding each number. Again, it's how you think best. And then you just have to justify your answer. Why did you choose that? Well, 500 is already a rounded number, right? So 500 just stays there. Because 500 is kind of rounding to the nearest 100, I'm going to then round 372 to the nearest 100 and see what happens. Okay, so 500 minus 400, 100. And we're talking about grams, so I'm going to label that there, grams. So that's the estimation, 100 grams. I'm going to explain my choice, which means that I have to write down why I chose to round the way I did. Well, as I just said, this 500 was already rounded to the nearest 100. So I might as well round up 372 to the nearest 100 and see what I get. Okay, now let's look at B. How much does the peach actually weigh? Model the problem with a tape diagram. So here's our tape diagram already done. Let's find the actual answer. Can we take 2 from 0? Nope. Let's go to the hundreds place. Uh-oh, no one is home. Let's go to the, tens place. Let's go to the hundreds place. So I'm going to borrow. I'm going to make that into a 400. I'm going to bring 10 tens over here to the hundreds place. Now people are home in the hundreds place. I can borrow from them. Knock, 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 knock. Hello? Hi, can I borrow a 10? Why, certainly. So this becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 tens minus 7 tens is 2. 400 minus 300 is 128 grams. Does this answer seem reasonable if I compare it with my estimate? Sure, yeah, it does. This is not 1,028. It's really close to 100. It's not 2. It's pretty close to 100. So this makes me feel like I probably did my subtracting right. I'm on the right track. So there you go. To make this final step perfect, you would say, how much does the peach actually weigh? The peach weighs 128 grams. Now, if you wanted to check that, especially on a test, for example, if you get a difference and you know the part, you can find the whole. So just like this, if we add 128 grams and we're going to add that to 372, that's going to give us our whole. And our whole should be 500. So let's test it. 372 minus 128. Oh, sorry, we're adding here because we're checking it. We're looking for this to add to 500. Let's see if it does. 2 ones plus 8 ones is 10 ones. So I put the 0 down here, and I put the 10 on top here in the tens column. 1 10 plus 7 tens is 8 tens. 8 tens plus 2 tens. Oh, there we go. 10 tens. 100 plus 300 is 400. 400 plus 100 is 500. Does that sum equal over here what this minuend was? Yes, it does. So this tells me that all of these numbers are correct, that they all add and subtract together, and that I have done my subtraction here correct. Okay, good luck.